looking for some touchin' and some lovin' for my boner. I meets a working gal by the name of Valentina, a perfect 10 knockout, yeah, you really ought to see her. Her legs are nice and tall and her bazooka's nice and juicy. I'm ready for some action, yeah, I'm dying for some pussy. I says, hey there little lady, how's about a 1-2 special? She says, sure thing mister, but I don't do rectal. Right before long we get right down to the deed. My bone is like a rock and it's ready to plant some seed. But Lord, that's when I stuck my hand up her dress. My blood, it ran cold and I felt a sharp pain in my chest. Cause yeah, what I hoped would be some nice warm vag. Instead I felt a cock and it made me want to gag. Yeah, I went down below looking to get me some trim. And once again I learned the hard way that this she was a him. She had a 12-inch peen, ooh, yeah. A boner standing tall and the biggest balls you've ever seen. She had a 12-inch peen, ooh, yeah. What's a man to do when he wants to plow some box, but ends up with his hand on a veiny hard cock? Yeah, right about then I started putting it all together. I took a good hard look and I started to learn better. She had an Adam's apple the size of a beach ball, hairy hands like an 80-year-old man, and a boner standing tall. Lord, she was 6'7" and built like Shaq, an anaconda of a schlong and a hairy nutsack. Let me warn you fellas, it can be a real shock when you meet a working gal with a monster of a cock. Lord, what can I do now that I've been dealt this bad hand? Would it still be gay if I just closed my eyes and played pretend? She had a 12-inch peen, ooh, yeah. A boner standing tall and the biggest balls you've ever seen. She had a 12-inch peen, ooh, yeah. What's a man to do when he wants to plow some box, but ends up with his hand on a veiny hard cock? She's a monster of a specimen. She's got a triple-size unit. I've got myself in this mess, and now I just can't undo it. All I wanted, Lord, was a little bit of action and a night of good lovin'. Now I'm looking at a rock-hard dong, and I'm ready to get to running. She had a 12-inch peen, ooh, yeah. A boner standing tall and the biggest balls you've ever seen. She had a 12-inch peen, ooh, yeah. What's a man to do when he wants to plow some box, but ends up with his hand on a veiny hard cock?